This is the Randi Rhodes Show on 960 KNEW and online at 960KNEW.com.
All right, people. Romniaks, settle down. Chill out here. This strategic meeting of the Secret Council of Conservative Elders will come to order.
Look, if this is going to be about the debate, I can explain everything.
Save it.
See what happened? Well, I just want to...
I want to know who was in charge of briefing Mitt Romney on military technology innovation since the end of the 19th century.
That's not my bad. I was in charge of making sure he knew that Iran bordered on the ocean.
Smooth move, X-Lax. Well, we all know what happened.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the Navy, for example, and that we have fewer ships than we did in 1916. Well, Governor, we also have fewer horses and bayonets.
Ouch. Okay, where did Mitt get the line about us not having enough boats in the Navy?
I think it was from one of those old Errol Flynn movies he watches when we lock him in his hotel room at night. You know, kind of like Sloth and the Goonies.
Did you or did you not get the memo to keep him away from old movies?
Well, you know, I can't help it. He insists. He's afraid of movies in color. He thinks that's witchcraft.
Well, it just kept right on happening.
Because the nature of our military's changed. We have these things called aircraft carriers where planes land on them. We have these ships that go underwater, nuclear submarines.
Okay, in his defense, he did not try to rebut the existence of airplanes or submarines. He kept his doubts to himself on that one.
Yeah. His first reaction is to say that if God wanted those things, he would have made people with wings and nuclear-powered engines.
Well, at least he knew not to say that our number one enemy is Russia.
Yeah, or the Canaanites. That one came up in debate practice. Very ugly.
What world is he living in? Oh, I know, that whole Mormon planet, Kolob thing. Yeah, right. Well, he said he was going to arrest the president of Iran.
Hey, look at it this way. It could have been worse. He had been saying he was going to get the sheriff to send a posse after him.
All right, take 5 and regroup. But that's it. No more old movies. And there's no snacks this time. They got burned. Just like everything else in these past 2 debates.
Sure.
Yeah, that was really strange. Okay, he keeps repeating the 1916 Navy line, which, you know, is just flipping people out because, you know, I had made that joke about, you know, horses. We don't have as many horses as we did in the Civil War either. We don't have muskets. We don't have a lot of cannonballs left either. So I guess Mitt Romney wants to, you know, more cannonballs, $2 trillion worth of muskets. I don't know. But the weirdest thing of all the things was that he said that the answer to Iran, swear to God, was to arrest Ahmadinejad. Now, that is not the first time he said this either, but it's the first time he actually expanded on what you would indict him for, and apparently it would be for his words. Now, Ahmadinejad is probably one of the most disgusting, creepy people that the planet has ever produced. I mean, he is right up there with every major lunatic that just came popping into your head, okay? I don't even have to name them. You know this guy is bat crap crazy. Although, I will say, Iran does not take orders from Ahmadinejad. It's the mullah. It's the Ayatollah Khomeini. That's who runs the military. But okay, that's it. He wants to arrest Ahmadinejad for his words.
It's absolutely the right thing to do to have crippling sanctions. I'd have put them in place earlier. But it's good that we have them. Number 2, something I would add today is I would tighten those sanctions. I would say that ships that carry Iranian oil can't come into our ports.
Oh, can I just stop him there? Ships that carry Iranian oil can't come into our ports and haven't been able to since, yes, 1980.
I imagine the EU would agree with us as well. Not only ships couldn't, I'd say companies that are moving their oil can't, people who are trading in their oil can't. I would tighten those sanctions further. Secondly, I'd take on diplomatic isolation efforts. I'd make sure that Ahmadinejad is indicted under the Genocide Convention.
What?
His words amount to genocide incitation.
His words amount to genocide incitation. First of all, who talks like that? Second of, under what authority do you go into a sovereign nation and arrest the president because you don't like what he says? What the hell was he talking about?